Hey everybody, today I'm out here in Park City, Utah, and in this video we're going to talk about all-wheel drive questions. And because Alex has little all-wheel drive experience, she's never driven the snow, we're going to let her handle this video. So take it away, Alex.
Hey guys, it's Alexandra here for Alex on Autos, and today I have Tom Kretschmann here with me from Toyota, and he's going to explain to me the all-wheel drive system that we find in this Camry. Tom, let's say hypothetically I moved into a snowy area. What would the all-wheel drive do for me, and do I necessarily need it in a snowy area?
Well, there is an advantage to having all-wheel drive in a snowy area because when you have a front drive vehicle, you're asking a lot of those front tires. They both pull the car along and they steer the car. And in slippery conditions, if you can deliver some of the power from the engine to the rear wheels, it helps the front track along your intended line, and it helps you get going from a stop. So you have less slipping because all four tires are getting you going. Not only that, when you have all-wheel drive, it can help the car steer as well. When you're driving, what happens is it's taking some of the work that the front tires do on a front drive car, and it helps with the rears pushing along and allows the front tires to steer you a little bit better too.
So Tom, would you say any customers have found any disadvantages with this system?
Well, not necessarily. It depends on what conditions you're going to encounter. If you're in a situation where you rarely encounter snow, having an all-wheel drive system will add a little bit of weight to the car, and it does add a little bit of drag to the drivetrain, which can affect fuel economy a little bit. So if you don't find yourself feeling that you need it all the time, a good set of tires and so forth should get you through whatever inclement weather you have. But when you're in conditions like this where snow's all around, the all-wheel drive definitely is an advantage.
So for overall maintenance with the all-wheel drive system, how much more is it going to cost me to have this instead of just the regular Camry with no? Yes.
It really isn't any different. The system is self-contained. It's designed to last the life of the vehicle. So maintenance on the car is going to be the same as if you had a two-wheel drive Camry throughout the life of the vehicle.
So Tom, let's say I have a bit of a budget getting my new car. Would you recommend getting winter tires or the all-wheel drive system?
Well, that's a really interesting question because there's always an advantage to having winter tires. However, having winter tires, basically getting a set of winter tires put on the car is almost the same cost as the all-wheel drive system. And then you also have to think about, what am I going to do with my all seasons? Am I going to store them? How is that? So it's from a budget standpoint, it's sort of a wash, but from a convenience standpoint, getting the all-wheel drive is so much more of an advantage. Because if you wanted to put all winter tires on this car, you can, but you don't have to for most driving conditions.
And to confirm, these are the all-season tires that we're on today.
The same all seasons that come on the
all-season and all-wheel drive.
Yep.
All right, let's check it out and see how I do.
All right. Yeah, just go ahead.
Real slow.
So one of the things that I learned when driving in snow, my dad used to say, imagine having an egg between your foot and the pedal, and you don't want to break the egg. So what you're wanting to do when you drive in snow is very gentle and smooth controls. This is where you really need the all-wheel drive, is on these accelerating from a stop on an incline kind of a situation. Once you're up to cruise, it becomes less of a need, but it's getting to that point. That is the real reason people want it.
Am I going too slow right now over this?
No. Actually, what it is it's less the speed, and it's more how much you're trying to change your speed. In other words, if you're going very slow and then you accelerate, that's when the rear wheels are going to try to help. But like on these turns, this is more of all the traction management systems, including the tires, trying to keep you on your intended line. So here you're probably not on the throttle hardly at all, and in that case, it may not even be using the all-wheel drive. Yeah.
Oh, don't go into the snow.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's, I guess, a worst-case scenario.
Yeah. So I mean,
but it's still, I still felt like I had control and I was easily able to get back to where I needed to go.
Right, and that's all the traction management systems trying to. It's looking at, okay, how fast are you going? Yeah, here we're gonna.
Am I going too fast?
A little bit. Okay, so now throttle a little bit, light throttle, light throttle.
I got us stuck, didn't I?
I think you did. A little more. No, I think we're totally.
Dang, I goofed. Well, I guess a first-time driver getting stuck is pretty common.
But yeah, well, and you're not even on a real road, so.
So should we just call it? Let me let him know.
You're coming into this turn pretty hot. Let's just see what happens.
Oh, dang, no, I did think I was going a little fast, and then I thought you were saying I was going too slow, so I was like, oh, he wants me to go faster.
No. See, this is where the snow tires would have helped.
Yeah.
The winter tires.
What do you think it would have done differently that would have prevented this
It would have
situation?
given. So what happened when you came through this is that the all-wheel drive isn't going to help you, especially like you were coming through this corner, you were like off the throttle, but you were kind of going fast, and you probably started hitting the brake and turning the wheel. So now everything, like most of what you're trying to do is on those front wheels, trying to turn and slow down. So if you had winter tires in that particular situation, the grip would have been higher and you might have been able to pull it back into line. I mean, there's, again, all the systems in the world can only do so much. It's all really based on how much traction your tires have.
Right.
So the all-wheel drive system, its main primary advantage is to get you going and help you steer. But again, if the inertia is too great and the grip is too low, here we are.
Here we are.
What's
making me feel better is that I feel like I followed a path that was already here. I definitely feel like I saw.
I've seen a lot of people do this today.
Yeah, see, that must have been that. I think that was Alex earlier. I was just following it. All right, Tom, so I just want to say thanks for going through this near-death experience with me today, keeping me safe, and explaining the all-wheel drive system with me, and really letting me know that I do definitely need the winter tires if I were to get this and be out on
Winter tires help, but
Yes.
you know, the all-wheel drive is fantastic for those, especially in situations where every now and then you might encounter snow. You know, this is a made course.
Right.
It's fantasy land. The reality is, every now and then it's like, okay, the stores are closed. We have a snowstorm, but man, I need to make it to the drugstore. I need to make it to the grocery store, and I just need to do a short trip. That's when, or you're at work and the snow begins to fall on your way home. That's when that security of having the all-wheel drive there, you're like, you know what, I'll be fine. And that's what it's all about.
All right, guys, thanks for checking out my video here on Alex on Autos. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and check out our full video that we have on the all-wheel drive Camry. I'll see you guys later.